Hi, my name is Candace Schultz and I am an econ major here at the U. I will be debating against nuclear energy today because of the serious risks associated with it.
Hi, my name is Jae Sang Ro, and I'm a study of cinema and media culture major here at the U. I have opinions that I agree with the nuclear energy that helps people have prosperous life.
The first point I would like to address today is the enormous amount of capital that goes into creating these nuclear power plants. A 1,600 megawatt nuclear power plant costs around $12 billion to build because of the environmental and safety regulations, politics, and financial issues associated with it. As for a return on investment, according to the Ontario Power Authority's assessment of the proposed CANDU 6 nuclear power plant, the cost per kilowatt to the consumer would probably be around 21 cents per kilowatt when accounting for the required return on capital. While wind power only costs 5 cents per kilowatt, wind power would be the obvious choice here.
However, the nuclear power plant lasts longer and the cost of electricity will be decreased after the investors finish to collect the investment and some interest also.
Another argument for nuclear energy is its job creation, but a 1993 finding by the World Watch Institute states that job creation for renewable energy actually exceeds that of fossil fuel and nuclear energy.
Yes, but the U.S. electric power industry employs more than 400,000 people to generate, transmit, and distribute the nation's electricity. The U.S. commercial nuclear industry comprises workers at the electric power companies, power plant design firm, and suppliers. In 2009, the nuclear industry employed approximately 120,000 people. This is a huge number of people.
Will the fuel cycle and generation cycle pollute our environment? Yes, it will, because conventional institutional methods of mining uranium-235 result in radioactive contamination, lung cancer, respiratory diseases, and contamination of groundwater. Enrichment of uranium produces toxic hydrogen fluoride gas and large amounts of depleted uranium. And nuclear power plants are also going to be contributing to the wasting of water. Millions of gallons of water, which will be radioactively contaminated, are wasted just to cool the fuel rods.
But the mining uranium is developing, and it's going to be more safe way. Furthermore, nuclear plant use the water resource in secure, although it raise the temperature, the natural water resources. And not only nuclear power plants are making environmental issues, but also other power plants are too. I'm sure we all know the fossil fuel-based electricity generation makes massive dioxide emission, and it directly affects on the global warming. Hydroelectric power plants submerge everything around plants and destroy natural ecosystem.
Another argument against nuclear power is that it's not safe, because since 1952 there have been about 301 nuclear accidents and 22 nuclear disasters. I think this figure argues itself against the use of nuclear power.
But in my opinion, I think most nuclear accidents were not deadly except few because we didn't heard much news from all over the world, except few like Japanese situations and Chernobyl.
Nuclear power no doubt affects our national security as well. In an age where terrorism is such a major threat here in America, putting a nuclear power plant only makes a location such as Fresno more attractive to terrorists as a target.
But thankfully, U.S. Government Accountability Office has nuclear terrorism response plans. That is, major city could benefit from federal guidance on responding to nuclear and radiological attacks.
All of these figures point in a direction away from nuclear power and towards more renewable energy sources. The environmental impact alone is staggering, and the economic impact is also substantial. We need to invest in a resource that will not deplete by 2055.
In conclusion, for pro to nuclear power plants, people want public service to be cost effective. It means getting the greatest bang for the buck. Fossil fuel-based power generation makes too much dioxide emission, and other renewable power generations are not efficient. If we use nuclear power properly, this is going to be the major mean of power generation in the future. In the near future.
Hi, my name is Candace Schultz, and I am an econ major here at
Powered by Video.